Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a really special video. Today's video is in collaboration with Juicebox, which is a brand that I discovered in 2022. I actually had the pleasure of meeting the founders, Chiara and Andrea. And honestly, not because this video is in collaboration, but they are some of the nicest people that I have met in the fragrance community. They are just so humble, so genuine, very kind, very just authentic people. And I always appreciate meeting people like that within the fragrance community. And I feel like they've done an incredible job with their brand. So I'm really looking forward to highlighting a few of my favorites from Juicebox. Actually, I saw them in Mexico. I just got back from Mexico City. I was at an exhibition called Exipa, and they were there. And I was smelling a few of their fragrances that I don't own. And they are already added to my wish list actually. I'm a really big fan of the brand and I love the concept of the brand. I love the image. The fragrances are absolutely beautiful and I would really encourage you guys, if you have the chance, to discover them yourself, because I think that they have a fragrance within their collection that could be for everyone. They have some more maybe I'll use the word niche fragrances, very kind of complex, more difficult to understand fragrances, and they also have some super appealing fragrances. So in this list I have 6 of my favorite fragrances from Juicebox. I'm going to go through them, how they smell, and talk a little bit about the inspiration. Just briefly to explain the brand to you guys. The brand is completely inspired by the music industry. So they work each of their fragrances either around like a music genre or a legend in the music industry, which I think is super cool. And they were the first brand to combine music with fragrance. Also, I love the motto of the brand. It's music has a perfume. And I feel like the brand has done an amazing job at creating this very complete and very coherent image. Like everything about the brand is inspired by music. I was actually just having a look on their website, and for every product page, if you scroll down to the very bottom, they have a bunch of tracks for you guys to listen to kind of understand the inspiration behind that fragrance. So I absolutely love that concept. I think it's very, very interactive and it really helps you to understand what that fragrance was inspired by and how it's going to smell. So I really do appreciate that. So as I said, this video is in collaboration with the brand, but all opinions are my own. Without further ado, let's get into this video. I'm actually going to start out with probably like my top 3 from the brand. I adore this fragrance. I smelled it last year when I was in Paris because the perfumer behind this scent is Julien Rasquinet, who is a very, very wonderful perfumer at IFF. And we had the pleasure of meeting him, going to his office and filming some stuff with him. And he created this fragrance from Juicebox called Siren and Sailors. Now, this fragrance is inspired by the legend Amy Winehouse. And the fragrance, you guys, is stunning. This fragrance is sexy. That's all I'm gonna say about it. We're done. This fragrance, you guys, is incredibly sexy. I do have to say that I feel like it leans more feminine rather than masculine. If you're watching me right now and you like the same fragrances as me, you have to try Siren and Sailors. It is to die for. This fragrance for me is a boozy, sweet rose fragrance. Just think about that. The rose doesn't smell like a traditional rose. It's more of a sweet, jammy rose mixed with this very, very sexy, boozy note. I think there's whiskey and cognac in here. There is some fruity notes of like peach, maybe some red fruits, I'm not too sure. And wow, this is just sexy, like sexy, sexy, sexy stuff in here. And I absolutely love it. A sweet, fruity, boozy rose scent. Can you imagine that? When I'm saying it, I'm drooling. Like that is just an incredible combination. I absolutely love this fragrance. Whenever I wear it, I feel really, really sexy when I wear this scent. So girls, if you're watching me, you have to check this fragrance out. Think about Montal Intense Cafe Roses Vanille Gentle Fluidity Gold, but amplified with some fruitiness, some booziness. It's just so addictive and very, very sexy. Longevity and projection on this one is amazing. On my skin, it lasts about 8 hours with a really good projection. So if you like the same fragrances as me, this honestly is my best recommendation. You have to try it. It is a 10 out of 10. I would see this on like a date night, a night out. Maybe it's a little too sexy to wear day to day, but definitely for like the night out, a date, I see it working beautifully. I also get a lot of compliments when I wear Siren and Sailors. Like I feel like people can smell it and people love it and go crazy for it. So check this one out, Siren and Sailors. It's an amazing, amazing fragrance. So the next fragrance is currently my obsession. It is Feel and Chill. Now, this fragrance was created by the master perfumer himself, Dominique Ropillon. The musical inspiration behind this scent is acid house, reggae, blues, classical. I'm not too familiar with acid house. I'm actually going to go on the website after and have a listen to what it sounds like. But Feel and Chill, you guys, is such a beautiful, fresh fragrance. I'm not going to lie, and don't come at me for this, but this fragrance goes in my bathroom and I adore wearing this fresh out of the shower because it just smells fantastic. It is so refreshing, so comforting at the same time. I don't even know how to explain it. In this fragrance, you have bergamot, watermelon, coconut water, which I find to be super interesting. You have a bit of fig leaf, like a bit of a figgish touch. You have some vetiver and some musks. Overall, what I get is this very smooth, watery, slightly coconutty scent with a touch of watermelon. A nice, clean, musky feeling overall. It is just gorgeous. If you live somewhere that's quite humid or you live in Dubai like me, this fragrance literally makes you feel refreshed. When you put this on, you immediately feel clean, refreshed, comforted at the same time. I find this fragrance to be really unique because of that coconut water note. I've never had or worn a perfume that has a coconut water note, and you really feel it in here. Alongside that slightly figgish tone and the beautiful soft muskiness, it is just a gorgeous scent. So I really do recommend this one, especially if you live somewhere quite hot or you want a beautiful, refreshing fragrance for this summer. Feel and Chill, go for it. It is fan-freaking-tastic. So I love this one, totally recommend it. So the next fragrance that we have here is Beat Cafe. This fragrance was also created by Dominique Ropillon, and the musical inspiration here is Bob Dylan, which I'm not too familiar with his music, if I'm being completely honest, but maybe I will go ahead and listen to it on their website to get inspired. Now, Beat Cafe, this fragrance was the fragrance that really hit me initially. When we had the chance to sample the brand, this fragrance was an instant love for me. I was mind blown by this scent. This fragrance for me is a beautiful, smooth, woody, creamy, buttery scent. The woodiness is so refined, so sexy, and so classy. You have a beautiful tobacco note in here. You have this deep kind of woodiness, very boozy, very smooth and well blended, and my goodness, is this one good. I would recommend this fragrance more to men than I would to women. I don't often pull for this fragrance myself, but it's one of Pierre's favorites from the brand and he absolutely loves it, and let me tell you, it smells incredibly sexy on him. A very refined, woody, boozy tobacco scent. It is gorgeous, an absolute 10 out of 10 here. And longevity and projection on this one, I have to mention it. It is crazy. On the skin, it lasts about 8 to 10 hours with a really good projection. I would see this fragrance more so in a nighttime setting, in the cooler weather, and also a date night. I feel like it could smell Chef's Kiss, absolutely amazing. So Beat Cafe, definitely don't sleep on this one. It is a great fragrance, especially for men. Like I said, I don't see myself wearing this one so much, but on a man, wow, wow, wow. So next up we have the newest release from Juicebox. It is called Visionary Eye, which was also created by Dominique Ropion. I feel like I just included all three of the fragrances that were made by him. And the musical inspiration behind Visionary Eye is the legend himself, David Bowie. Now, this fragrance I smelled for the first time in Cannes last year in October, and I fell in love with this scent. I think it is so, so stunning. Wow, this really smells super, super, super luxurious. The blend, it is so well blended, and the quality of this fragrance, you really feel it. And that is something that I want to say about each and every fragrance that I have tried from Juicebox. And again, this is not just because the video is in collaboration with them. I personally was really shocked when I smelled them for the first time, because you really feel the quality of the juice. You really feel like there is some money behind these fragrances. They're very well blended, very smooth, very high quality. They do not smell cheap, synthetic, and you know, whatever. They really smell high quality, and I can say that honestly. Now, Visionary Eye is a beautiful iris fragrance. This is stunning. Now, what kind of separates this from a lot of other iris fragrances that I have tried recently is this beautiful lavender note in the top. Now, it doesn't sound very revolutionary when you think about it, but I have not smelled an iris fragrance like this. This is beautiful. You really feel the aromatic touch from the lavender mixed with a lot of high quality iris, beautiful sandalwood and musks in the base. That's what I get overall. And I was actually talking to the founder about this. I feel like iris is more so associated to women's fragrances. I feel like it's more of a feminine note. In Visionary Eye, I feel like this fragrance is completely unisex due to the lavender note in here. The lavender note really brings something unique, and it kind of contrasts so beautifully with the iris. So you kind of feel like it's a bit fresh, aromatic, and barbershoppy in a way, but it's mixed with those beautiful iris, sandalwood, and musky notes. So it is just, I cannot even say it enough. This is just a beautifully blended, beautifully done fragrance. And for me, I like to wear this one before I go to sleep. You guys know when I go out, I am more of a Siren and Sailors girl. Like, I want to smell sexy, punchy. I want to get attention when I go out. But when I want to go and be in like more of a relaxed and calming mood, Visionary Eye is what I wear. And to be honest, this actually sits on my bedside table, and I love to either spray my bed or spray myself before I go to sleep with this scent. Because of the lavender, because of the musk, the sandalwood, the iris, it just puts me in this really relaxed mood. So I definitely recommend this fragrance. It is beautifully done, and yeah, if you like iris, if you like lavender, this is a no-brainer. It is gorgeous. The next fragrance that we have here is called 14 Hour Dream. Now, this fragrance was created by Antoine Lee, and the inspiration behind the scent is Pink Floyd. Big fan of Pink Floyd over here. And this was another one that when Pierre and I smelled it for the first time, we were like, wow, that's really, really good. Yeah, this is incredible, you guys. So for me, this fragrance is predominantly a patchouli vanilla, but so well balanced. You don't feel like the patchouli is taking over, because I think it is a very delicate balance when working with patchouli. If you put just a little bit too much, the fragrance is ruined. Like, it's not ruined, but it really becomes like a patchouli dominant fragrance. Like, that's it, it's a patchouli. But in this scent, I feel like they've worked around the notes so beautifully, combining it with vanilla. I think there's a bit of orris in here. You feel like a woodiness underneath, and it just works beautifully. I do want to say something. This fragrance smells like a much more refined version of the new Kayali, the vanilla, patchouli, etc. If you kind of struggled with that scent, try 14 Hour Dream. It smells super refined, very beautifully balanced between the patchouli, the vanilla, the orris. There is definitely something very creamy and buttery within the scent. You feel this very balmy texture, and it is just gorgeous, like an absolutely gorgeous fragrance. I see this one working really beautifully in the fall and winter. Also on a date or a night out, I see this one really working well. And what I like about it is that it smells really unique. I would also say it's kind of teetering the line of being a gourmand. It definitely doesn't smell like a true gourmand with cacao, chocolate, dried fruits, vanilla, etc. But I do feel like it could be very appealing to people that like gourmand fragrances, because it definitely has a lot of sweetness, but done in a sophisticated way. So 14 Hour Dream, definitely one of my favorites from the brand. It is absolutely gorgeous. Even when I'm smelling it right now, it's beautiful. Finally, I want to talk about probably my most worn at the moment, and a fragrance that really drew me back to it. When I smelled it on a tester strip for the first time, I couldn't put the blotter down. I was so intrigued by this fragrance and it really captured my attention. This is Cheeky Smile, which was created by Dominique Mulhausen. Musical inspiration behind this scent is Acid House. I really have to try and listen to this Acid House. I've never heard about it before, so I'm gonna give it a go. The notes in here, you guys, this is a molecular based fragrance. The notes in here are Isoi Super, which I adore, ambroxanide, ambroxan, amber core, cashmere, and an amber extreme. So very, very interesting. I really cannot wait for you guys to discover this scent, because for me it is incredibly special. Okay, I have to say something first of all. This may be the type of scent that you go nose blind to and become like anosmic, because the fragrance is kind of like the Molecular one, Juliette Has a Gun Not of Perfume, where you kind of don't really even feel the fragrance on you. But trust me when I tell you, this fragrance is nuclear. Everyone in the room can smell you. And what I found so interesting about this scent is every time I smell it, I feel something different within the fragrance. The first time I smelled it, I think I got a lot of Isoi Super and I felt like it was quite clean, but then I went back to it and I got something quite sweet and woody, and then I went back to it and I got something, I don't know, very dry, and it was just insane. Like, I feel like every time I smell this fragrance, I interpret it in a different way, which is pretty cool. And right now, what I'm getting is this very much Isoi Super ambroxan combination. So it feels quite clean, but there is definitely like this deep woodiness, a slight sweetness going on, and it is just magnificent. Like, I really just want you guys to try this one, but make sure that you spray it on your skin to get the full effect of it. This fragrance is nuclear. It lasts on your clothes for days and days and days. I really love to layer with this fragrance because I feel like it blends beautifully with a lot of different scents, but you can of course wear it by itself as well because it is a complete fragrance in its own. It is just incredible and something very unique and special. So Cheeky Smile, a great fragrance from the brand. And yeah, I guess that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed my overview of Juicebox. If you have never tried them, trust me and trust my opinion, the brand is really, really beautiful. And like I said earlier, I was quite shocked with the quality of the fragrances. They really smell very, very high quality to me. And I've just been impressed overall, and I absolutely adore Chiara and Andrea. They are such nice people, and I feel like they've done a beautiful job creating Juicebox perfumes. So yeah, thank you guys. Oh, I also forgot to tell you guys something. I have a new fragrance on my wish list on Sniff from Juicebox. It's called Suite of Lights, sorry. It is spectacular. This fragrance was inspired by Michael Jackson, and there is something to do with the diamond, how Michael Jackson always used to have like a sparkly glove, the shoes, etc. And they made a fragrance around the different facets of the diamond, and the story plus the fragrance itself just blew my mind. It was like a fresh, musky floral, and I have not stopped thinking about it since I tried it. So that was just mind-blowing to me. I just wanted to throw that in there because I wasn't sure if I would mention it in this video or not, but it's on my wish list and I'm dying to get it. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will speak to you really soon. Bye bye.